Going on, world? DS1 Ross. We back here on Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you are here, you can hear me clearly. Please drop y'all ones in the chat. Drop y'all ones in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Drop y'all ones in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Okay. Awesome. That's great. You guys can hear me clearly. Awesome. And of course, we are back. Shout out to everybody in the building. We are back here on Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Hit that like button on the way in, man. Y'all hit that like button. Share today's show. It's very much appreciated. Share it on your community tabs, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere that you share content. Make sure y'all share today's show. Make sure y'all share today's show. We got another great show lined up for you guys, man. So let's see who's in the building. I'm going to give my shout outs and then we're going to get into the show. Let's see who's here. Shout out to Bob. What up, Bob? Hey, Quita, what's going on with you? Shout out to Quita in the building. Ray Stansberry in the building. What up, Ray? Shout out to Cuzzo. Salute to Jeff Reviews. Salute, family. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Sutton, on the check-in. Salute, my brother. Salute. What up, H. Burns? Shout out to Boogeyman in the building. Salute. Hey, Cece, what's going on with you? I'm all right. I'm maintaining. Appreciate you. Shout out to Mark McJoy in the building. Shout out to my man, Mark. What up, Mark? Shout out to my brother, Dale Diddy. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, on the check-in. Salute to my brother in the building. See who else in the building. Shout out to Miss Angie. Hey, Miss Angie. Shout out to Miss Angie B. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to you, Miss Angie. Shout out to Intellectual Novice. Salute, my brother. Salute. Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone that's in the clouds. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share today's show, man. No doubt, Quita. Shout out to you. Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you, sweetheart. Good to see you. Shout out to Miss Camille in the building. Glad you was able to make it. Y'all see today's show. E313 in the building. This is why Black men are fully invested in the online gender war. Double C in the building. Salute. The elephant rope. We're going to talk about this today. Hey, M. Mills. Now, I know y'all heard about that the story, or however y'all want to, whatever y'all want to call it, but we always hear this thing about how you train an elephant, right? Hey, Classy Creole, good to see you, sweetheart. Shout out to you. Shout out to M. Mills. What's up, M. Mills? Right? And they say you could train an elephant by simply placing a stake in the ground, tie them to the stake, and they'll never go as far as you place them to go. It looks like this, like what you see on the thumbnail. See? And that chain that's around his foot is connected to a stake. So he'll never go that far, no matter how big he grows. He'll never go that far. And that ties into the psyche. And this is where Black men are today, online with this gender war stuff. Black men, we are that elephant, whether we know it or not. We're stuck. We're stuck in arrested development. We are. I don't care how elegant you want to make your words. At the end of the day, if you are still attracted, if you still participate in gender war content, gender-based content, meaning the basis of your content is you just trying to point out what each other do and who does this better. And if you still participating in this, you are that elephant on the rope. Understand this. Because what we don't understand is us going back and forth as Black men and Black women is the order of the day. I hope y'all know that Black men and Black women going at each other is what the world gets a kick out of seeing. It makes for the best content. It makes for the best content. And it doesn't truly benefit us. Yeah, we may get the views. Yeah, we may get the likes. But how long does that last? And is there a true future in that? From what we usually see happen online is we usually see those platforms, they blow up to come crashing down. I'm not going to name any names, but we've seen them. We've seen it happen right here on YouTube recently. These gender war platforms, these gender-based platforms, after a while, they no longer exist. After a while, no one takes them serious. Because you got to understand, it's just entertainment. People get a kick out of us talking shit about each other. And after a while, they're going to find somewhere else to go to find the same shit. You see? So Black men, with you playing a part in this, this is why we can't get to having the real conversations that Black men need to be having with one another. I've said this time and time again. Y'all have heard me say this. Black men can never have a conversation without one of them bringing up, well, what up? Well, you know, these chicks out here. Well, you know these chicks out here. Well, you know these chicks out here is doing this, and these chicks out here is doing that, and you know these chicks out here ain't da 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 da. See, what y'all don't understand is a lot of us is still that elephant on that rope. No matter how old we have gotten, no matter how much we've grown physically, psychologically, a lot of us haven't got out of our teenage years. A lot of us haven't gotten out of our 20s. A lot of us are stuck there. A lot of us is stuck. We're still stuck and we're still tied to what happened in that bad relationship or that bad marriage. We're still stuck there. And we come online to participate in the gender war as a way to release the anger, the frustration from the pain that you feel from what happened to you. You see? And now this online, these platforms that you're allowed to go on and express yourself in that way has become your crutch. Just like that stake in the ground. See, you're not going too far. This is why a lot of y'all love to be online. Saying this shit, shame this shit that y'all say, because a lot of y'all don't speak like that in real life. Y'all don't talk like this. The things that y'all get on these panels and say to these women, you've never said to a woman in real life. A lot of y'all have never had the chance to tell women this. A lot of y'all are afraid to tell women this. So you use this online gender war stuff as a way to get your rocks off. See, I'm starting to notice that. You see? That's what this is. That's what this stuff is really about. You see? See, we got a guy right now. I'm not gonna say his name, but we got a guy right now that's, running around saying my name, right? But this guy doesn't realize that he's the elephant on the rope. He's never gonna get anywhere with what he think that he's doing, because everything he does is based around a gender war argument. Everything that he's think that he's doing is just a reaction to him trying to prove a point to women. That's what this is about for him, because that is what brought him to a space where men resided. You see? See, this guy never had anything to offer outside of black woman banter. This guy he had nothing to offer. And he still doesn't, because no one has benefited from anything he has said. You see? So I don't even have an issue with the guy, but it's It's ironic that he likes to speak on the same person who has been trying to get men to move from talking about women for the past 3 to 4 years. So we can actually get to some productivity. You see? So this guy doesn't understand that he's the elephant on the rope. You're just another guy that's here that's trying to capitalize off of a gender war argument. You're not going to get far. You're not going to get far. And y'all wonder why I said we have to heal before we build. Because if we continue to build before healing, we will continue to do what? Create self-inflicted wounds. We will become complacent, which Black men have become online. Complacent. We just want to sit around and talk shit about women all day. Talk about what they not doing. Talk about the amount of money they not making and how they don't know how to do this and how they don't know how to do that. We've gotten complacent with this shit. We think that that's actually progress. You see? See, and when you still have a bunch of men who are invested in doing this type of shit, we're talking about a psychological issue. We're talking about arrested development. Because what's leading you men to constantly talk about women over and over and over and over and over is trauma. See, and y'all don't want to face that. Y'all don't want to face the music. See, this is why I'm doing this show. Y'all are the elephant on the rope. You don't even realize that you're not going nowhere. You don't even realize how you wasted years doing this shit. How you sabotaged an entire space for Black men to actually be productive in. Y'all sabotaged it with your trauma and the promotion of it. Because remember, because I know you're listening, you were one of the main ones that was against my message, heal before you build. But now I hear trauma coming out your mouth, the word trauma, and how these men can't get out their own way. Yeah, that's some shit I brought to the space and been talking about it since day one. And why we can't move on. We can't even move on in the goddamn conversation. Somebody always got to come and talk about what these Black women don't have. Even if we put it in the form of a joke, it's still the same mentality. T Church in the building. Salute. What up, Coffee? Darryl Richardson in the building. Cartel. What up, Cartel? You got to realize you that elephant on the rope. You're not going nowhere. You can make it sound good. You can make it sound good, but you're not going nowhere. You still caught up on what these women have done to you. You're still caught up on that. You can't move past it because you won't truly address it. What up, Dion? You won't truly address it. Kwafi says he's been using my words too after I virtually diagnosed his crazy ass in my last project. J Moat, what up, J Moat? You see? You won't truly address what the issue is. Why, even when we try to talk about what men need to be doing, somebody always bring up women. Well, but these women out here, elephant on a rope. Black men have more invested into the gender war than they have invested into their own brothers, into black men themselves. More you black men have invested time and money into the gender war, more than you've even invested time and resources into the platforms who are actually helping and promoting agency to men. You go jump on these gender-based panels so you could go up there and argue, so you could go up there and be part of the frame. When somebody screen shared a video on another platform, you want to be on there. You guys are fully invested into this shit. You are fully invested into an online gender war because it supports or it speaks to your trauma. It confirms why you think the way you think. That's why you go and you watch that content. That's why you go and you jump on those panels. That's why you go and put money in them people's pockets to continue to promote that, because that's what speaks to you. You're not going to feel comfortable with the content that's contrary to what makes you feel good. And I'm talking to the men. You feel good getting up on Fight Club and talking the shit that you could talk to them women. Y'all are even paying to do it. Y'all are even paying to get up there to argue with women and to say the shit that y'all are saying. Y'all all want to be part. When they start sharing videos, you want to be on the panel. You want to be in the frame. When they having this gender war conversation. Who's a better parent? Who's the stronger parent? Who's more accountable? Who's more responsible? How long are you going to sit around and have those conversations with people? Why is that? Why are those type of conversations the number one conversations you like to be a part of? Why do you seek out those conversations? I'm talking to the men. You 30 something, 40 something, 50 something years old. And you want to sit on these shows and talk about, oh, well, black men are better as at being single parents. What's the purpose of you getting up there talking about that? How do you find relevance in doing this type of stuff? Why? How do you get off on being a part of this shit? You don't have anything else to worry about? Nothing else is on your mind that's of importance? You still want to find a way to talk about these women. So you find any little crack or crevice, any panel you could jump on to do what? Talk about women. Well, such and such percentage of women. Bro, why aren't black men on here encouraging each other to move on in life? This is what I have always promoted to the brothers. Even in my red pill days, I always told men to move on. Let's move on. Even when I would go in on women, the message was, this is why we need to move on. What's up, Sugar Bun? Shout out to my man D's. What up, D's? Should move on. Let's move on. But no, black men online can't move on because we're this. This is the problem. You see, this is the problem. We're the elephant on the rope. Y'all give me a second. We're this elephant on the rope, guys. That's who we are. That's who we are. What up, Jay Sean? Shout out to the OG Mace. We're that elephant on the rope. As soon as we think we getting somewhere, we don't get past where that stake is put in the ground at. Once that chain run out, we not going nowhere. No matter how big we get. The quote unquote black manosphere went mainstream. Look where we at now. What's up, Lady Nava or Lady Nova? What up, Ring? Didn't the so-called black manosphere go mainstream? Mainstream. Hey, mainstream media. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. And what happened? We fell flat on our goddamn face. Why? Because the black manosphere went mainstream because of gender war content. Went mainstream and fell right on our goddamn face. Y'all don't see a problem with that? Y'all don't see the problem with that? Y'all don't see how that happened? It happened because the space went mainstream for all the wrong reasons. All the wrong reasons. So by the space going mainstream and getting some mainstream success, all that was doing was the elephant just moving a little bit. That's all. That was just the elephant moving a little bit. But what happened? You didn't get past which you was a real which got you there. You didn't get past from what got you there. You didn't grow at all. This is why there was a short reign in the mainstream. What, about a year and a half, 2-year run? Y'all don't see this? Y'all don't see this? because this stuff is based in gender war politics. Black men still want to sit online all day and talk about what black women need to be doing and how this not going to work because what black women ain't doing. Every time we talk about black men, they go, oh, well, I was talking to this chick, and you're gonna always bring it back to talking about black women. And it's a lot of black men out here that live like this. They live like this. That's why they brought this shit online. They brought it online. You see? Listen, I'm gonna be honest here. The guys who were in the black manosphere, such as myself, we understand that at one point we was trauma bonding with you niggas. That's why we got away from y'all. Because all of that shit is a big trauma bond around our disdain for women because what they've done to us. That's what all that shit is about. It's not about anything else. They don't care about agency. The only men they're going to aid is the men that hold their ideology against black women in the black community. If you don't hold that same ideology and sentiment, it's fuck you too, even if you're a black man. And this is why it's never going to go anywhere. So even if you're the president, you're not going to build anything. You haven't built anything on your own. You haven't even built a platform. So you can have a leg to stand on. But anyway, I wish you the best. But just understand, you're that elephant on a rope. Because that's what black men are who participate, who are fully invested into this gender war shit. You see? There's no way that after you got guys who's been in it, who's participated, I can't even say a part of the black manosphere, but has participated in the black manosphere 3, 4, 5, 7, 10, 12 years. And they're still talking about how these women are bad mothers. They are still talking about women choosing to sleep with certain guys. After being in the space, participating in this type of content, going on panels, donating money, they are still participating in gender war politics. They was doing this shit 10 years ago online. Taking part in these conversations. They still doing it 10 years later. That means you've made no progress. If you still see women the same way you saw them 10 years ago, you have not grown. It's not them, it's you. You still see women the same that you saw women 10 years ago? And I know you do because you jump on these panels and echo the same sentiments. You've been doing this shit for 10 years. 10 years you've been doing this. Bro, you don't realize you got a problem? You don't realize that? You got guys that have literally been online since their late teens, early 20s. They're now in their 40s, damn near 50 years old, and they're still online echoing the same sentiments about women. That shows me that you haven't been living life. That's what that proves. You haven't been living life. Your ass been living through talking points. And this is why you guys are miserable. And this is why 10, 15 years later, you're still online doing the same shit. You're still online doing the same shit. You're still doing the same thing. You still feel the same way about marriage that you felt when you was 20. And now you're 40, 50 years old. You still feel the same way. You still feel the same way. That means you're not growing. You're not maturing. And you know why you're not? Because you're not living life. You're allowing life to live you. You're not getting up every day and combating what you done been through. You're not showing any resilience as a man. You letting this shit beat you up. And instead of you fighting back the trauma, you want to fight women. You want to argue with women. You want to make the women feel the way you don't want to feel because of the trauma that's on your ass. And instead of you fighting the trauma, you rather fight the woman. And women do this shit too. They rather just keep blaming the man instead of changing their decision making, picking a different choice. No, they rather keep doing what make them feel good and keep blaming somebody else. This is what you niggas have been doing for years. For years. And your excuse is, why can't we talk? Why can't we have a voice? So you're choosing all of this online stuff to be your therapy instead of you actually going to get a real goddamn therapist. Instead of you going to get a real therapist, you rather sit on a panel for 10 hours and vent instead of you venting to a professional. You rather sit on a panel and vent. What up, Maybach? What's up, all things? You rather do that. What up, Chef? Shout out to my man, Chef. This is what you rather do. This is what y'all rather do. And call it the Black Manosphere. Where we here to help men. Help men do what? Establish a fucking place where we just sit around and be mad all fucking day? You do know that they have things for that, right? They have things where you can go. They have outlets where men could go to express their anger and let out their rage. Why don't we do it in the correct way? See, y'all got a problem with black men doing nigga shit, but y'all do nigga shit all the time. You sit on panels and talk shit about women. That's just like them old niggas who sit on a goddamn porch with a can of Natty Daddy talking about how they wife took them for every goddamn thing. Y'all those niggas. See, if you want to call me a hood nigga, right? You that old nigga sitting on a porch in your rocking chair where the cushions stink. The cushions stink in your rocking chair with your beer, and you sitting there rocking back and forth, talking shit about the women who hurt you your whole goddamn life while you drunk. You're them niggas. See? Right? See, you don't want to be a hood nigga, but you still a nigga though. Silly. You still over there doing nigga shit and promoting nigga shit. You just don't want to be a hood nigga. You think it's better to be the nigga that you are. You a fool. See, you are old nigga. You are old nigga. You see? Y'all want to sit there and bash young dudes for how we lived, forgetting that y'all was that age. You don't want to be the hood nigga. How about we work on not being looked at as niggas in general? See, you got it all fucked up. You trying to be a better nigga. See the programming? See the elephant on the stake? You trying to be a better nigga because you think you're going to get a little further. You think you're going to walk a little further. No, we need to try to erase the fact that we're all considered niggas and that we consider ourselves niggas, not trying to compete on who's a better nigga. See that? Because we already lost when we competing on being better niggas. So we're going to show who's elegantly ignorant. Does that make sense? You know how to dress up your ignorance. You ignorant in style. What's the difference? Than being ignorant in style and being ignorant in wow. What's the difference when it's all based in ignorance? It's all based in ignorance. That's what we need to change. We don't need to be trying to be better niggas. We need to stop being niggas, period. Not trying to look better when we be niggas. See, because that still feeds the program. That still makes you the elephant on the rope. Because in your psychologically, you think you're going to get further by being a better nigga. You still on the rope, bro. You ain't going to get no further. Because your base programming is nigger. That's the base of it. So you never going to get that far. See, that's the stake that's in the ground that you hooked to, being a nigga. So you never gonna get that far. Yeah, your chain got a little more slack. So you can run a little further in the yard. See that? But your initial base programming will never allow you to be free. You're never gonna get off the stake. And that's what black men need to be sitting around talking about together. Not how we gonna be better niggas. Not how we gonna out nigga each other. Because guess what? No one wins when we operate that way. No one wins. See, you so busy trying to be better than me when you gonna lose anyway. Because by you having that mentality, that's the next step that they want niggas to be. That's the next step. Be better than him. Show that you're better than him. When I'm gonna destroy all you niggas. See that? That's how I work. But If I could get some niggas to destroy some other niggas, why not? It's less for me to do. And as long as we still look at each other as niggas, we're going to always have that base program to destroy one another, whether it's in person or whether it's here online. We're going to always have that mentality to bomb and beat each other down. Because at the end of the day, we still see each other as niggas. See? You see me as a nigga, I see you as a nigga. So that means what? War. Because we're in an environment where everyone wages war on a what? On a nigga. Even we wage war on each other. See that? But we don't see that. Because we the elephant on that rope. You see? This is why I say black men, we're our own agency. See that? To understand, bruh, I'm not your competition. I'm not here to compete with you. I'm not here to outshine you. I'm not here to look better than you. I'm just here to do my part, bro. Why can't we just all do our part and not get in each other's way? And not be a hindrance to one another, a distraction to one another. But it seems like we don't understand this. And I know why we don't understand it, because a lot of us psychologically haven't got to that point. Because we still caught up in this capitalistic mindset. So we treat each other the same way. You see? See, we'll never understand the power and agency if, number one, we don't see the importance of respecting one another. Not just respecting one another for what we do, but respecting one another for who we are. And the number one thing that we are first is we all black men. Before you went to college, before you went and got a job, before all of that, you a black man, bro. And we need to establish a baseline, a foundation of respect and love for one another from that standpoint right there first, spiritually. I should respect you just because you a black man, because you another black man. I should respect you. Just because you're another black man, I should pardon myself. I should make concessions here, brother. You good? Pardon me, bro. You good? We good? And we shouldn't feel no type of way. See, that's where it gotta start. But you know why it won't go there? It won't start because in that department is where the trauma lies. It's where the trauma lies. Because a lot of black men got stabbed in the back by other black men, got abandoned by other black men. So the trust is not there. But let me say this. If you could trust me to hurt you, why can't you trust me or try to trust me to not hurt you? See, we've gotten so used to us doing each other dirty that we always operate with each other war standpoint. We always looking at each other like somebody trying to get over. This is why we're not getting anywhere. We're the elephant on the rope. We're not getting anywhere. Nothing's truly being established. You see? What's up, Sugar Bum? What's up, Afia? Yup, operate in a defensive stance, ready to defend at any moment. Right. That's paranoia. When you hear these guys, that's paranoia. Because they don't just operate like that toward women, they do it toward other guys. When other guys get on these shows and they bring a different perspective, the first thing they do is get nervous and attack the person. That's what they do. What up, Bucket? Let me put the tip in the building. Salute my brother. Who else in the building? I think I missed a few people. Shout out to everyone, by the way. If I missed you, shout out to you. Brit X. What's up, Brit X? What's up, Raven? What's going on? What up, Brownie? Shout out to my brother, the Book of Rona. He says the laptop has become their shared porch. Absolutely. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate the super chat. Absolutely. Totally agree. Papa Flock in the building. Salute, fam. Salute, my brother. Boogeyman says, keep in mind, we had a lot. We had an old head tell another. Right. That's true. That's true. That's true. Which is a sign of trauma, bro. Which is a sign of trauma. And that is what is tied to the stake. See? Right here. Let's go back to the thumbnail. That's what's tied to the stake. That rope, that chain signifies trauma. And that's what's keeping these guys connected. That's what's keeping these guys connected. And they cannot see past this. There is no future past that. Past all of the shit that they've been through. They don't see no light at the end of that tunnel. See, they see death. That's why they continue to promote anti-progress. This is just the way it is. This is just the way it's going to be. Watch it burn down. No, your life is burning down. Things in your life is burning down. That's why you want to see other people burn. You see? Because you know you have no answers. And if you do, I wish you luck on what you build. See, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. You see? The proof is in the pudding, man. Intellectual Novice says, black males should stop watching each other's pockets and watch each other's mental health. Absolutely. 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 But see, to start thinking about each other's mental health, my brother Intellectual Novice, is to pull that goddamn stake up out the ground. See, once black men start caring about each other more, we'll start making more progress. The goddamn elephant will start pulling that stake up out the ground. That's what these niggas don't want. They don't want that because it scares them. It scares them to actually not feel the way that they feel about women anymore. They don't even envision them ever feeling different about women anymore. This This is not a care for them in life. You see, they're trying to fight their way through this in life, and they don't understand that this is the shit that's holding them back. Your trauma is holding you back. This is why you lack the confidence. This is why you lack the focus. Because to actually look at yourself and to focus on yourself is painful. After feeling like nobody cared. See, I know how deep this shit is. To feel like you've been ignored and nobody saw you. And then you finally get somebody to recognize you and they hurt you. Or you're constantly hurt by people in your family. See, I know what this is about. And now you feel like you can't trust nobody because you don't trust yourself. You see? I know what this is, man. Sakpase in the building. So it hurts. It hurts to now look at yourself and to say, I'm going to do something about this. After feeling powerless for so long. But I'm here to let y'all know 10 lions is stronger than 1,000 sheep. And what I mean by that is, just because you trauma bonding with other weak people and you got a bunch of numbers and a bunch of people that agree with you, that doesn't make you strong. And see, we in a society today where victimhood is championed. So y'all think y'all are actually being strong because y'all got a bunch of people, a bunch of men who will come together, and now y'all think y'all Voltron. No. You're the cheap 99-cent powerless version of a Power Ranger. You know the discount store fake Power Rangers? Y'all are one of those. What we gonna call it? Okay, y'all are not strong because you go meet some other weak people and team up with them. That doesn't give you strength. Strength comes from within, just like weakness comes from within. You see? Here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, we're here to motivate men to have courage, to stand up for themselves after feeling weak. There's no strength in trauma bonding. Okay? There's no strength in that. Brother Love, salute. There's no strength in that, brothers. Understand that. There's no masculinity in that. In being destructive. In turning your back and walking away. Because remember, you turned your back on yourself before you turned your back on the community. You're saying F the community, right? You only saying that because somebody said F you that was a part of the community. See, let's really deal with the issue. See, a lot of you dudes are reactionary and y'all like to have reactionary type of discussions. No, let's get to the root of it. Let's get to the root of it. You are fully invested into an online gender war because of some shit that hurt you from when you were young. Because of some shit that kept happening to you. And black people did it to you. So let's deal with it for real. Let's deal with it for real. You're not protecting yourself, because to protect yourself is to first protect your heart. And how are you protecting your heart? Right? How are you protecting your peace? By constantly bringing up things every day in a dysfunctional way. That's going to then remind you, bring back those thoughts, which is going to conjure up those feelings, which is going to lead to y'all getting on these shows, doing what y'all do every day. Where's the therapy in it? Where's the therapy? There's only but for so long you're allowed to vent before your therapist begin to try to get you to direct your feelings in certain areas so they can help you. This is why y'all need to go to therapy. Y'all didn't just hear me telling y'all to go to therapy. I go to therapy. I have a therapist. As a matter of fact, she comes tomorrow. This is not me bragging. This is something we need to do so we can stop getting on these goddamn panels trying to prove why we was right in leaving our last relationship. YouTube don't need to know that. You're not going to get your just due on YouTube jumping on these goddamn panels. What are you looking for? What do you want these women to say? Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, she shouldn't have did that. Is that what you're looking for? Because that's all you can get online, fellas. All you're going to get online from these women is them giving you a cyber hug. Cyber hug. I'm sorry, and rub your back. I'm sorry she took advantage of you. But what about real life? Because the feelings didn't go nowhere. You know why? Because tomorrow morning, you're going to turn your goddamn live stream on and talk about the same shit. You're going to do it again. You're going to do it again. Because what? You're that elephant on the rope. You're that elephant on the rope. See, y'all think it's gonna take one thing and then everything is just gonna change. No. No. And see, the number one thing that shows that y'all are still on that rope is when y'all hear messages like this, a lot of y'all are sitting back right now saying that I'm blaming black men. Oh, look, he blaming black men again. He blaming black men again. Look, how he care about us? He always blaming us. How many times have y'all heard me say, black men, it is not our fault, but it is our what? How many times y'all have heard me say this on our show? Black men, it is not our fault, but it is our what? It's our problem. It is not our fault, but it is our problem. We didn't do this shit to ourselves, but it's our job to fix it. Why can't you niggas understand that? If that's too difficult for you, nigga, take that up with God. God made you a man. Nobody's here to make excuses for that. Nobody's here to make concessions for that. You know who even cares about that, even in inkling? Your goddamn parents and the woman you decide to be with. And the woman that decide to be with you. She the only one that's gonna give a fuck. But you don't even want her to give a fuck. See that? See how you talk yourself in the hole? You know, the only one who ever really cared about black men going through what they've been through since we've been in this goddamn country has been black women. You do know that, right? See, I don't care how you niggas feel about me because of your trauma being triggered. Because see, I know what the truth is. Because see, when you go back into the history books and you look at when black men were fighting for something, right? You know who was right there? The black woman. You know who was there when he came home? The black woman. So if we're going to talk facts, let's deal with facts. Martin Luther King had Coretta Scott King, nigga. Now, you can get all into your politic bullshit, which don't mean nothing, because you still a nigga. So whether you a Republican nigga or Democratic nigga, you still a nigga. Okay? I don't care how you dress it up. Dress it up any way you want. You're a nigga. So let's look at the facts. See? Because it didn't matter what political party Martin Luther King was in. It didn't matter what political party Marcus Garvey was in. Malcolm X was in. You know what the problem was? They were niggas trying to free other niggas. That was the problem. Not because they were Democrats. No, they were niggas. That's going to always be the problem. That's going to always be the problem. But it seemed like we don't understand that. Because we want to keep inserting ourselves into a imaginary war that's incentivized by our trauma. You see? You don't want progress. You just want to be able to walk a little further. You don't want freedom. You just want to walk a little further. That's all you want. Because you think freedom is destroying other people. Oh, we got to be free. The only way we could be free if we get rid of these niggas. You know who think like that? the oppressor. That's how the oppressor think. See how he got niggas thinking? So the oppressor got thinking black men saying that the only way that progress can really manifest is if we destroy other people. That is the mentality of the oppressor. That is what the oppressor did. That's how he sought to rule. The only way I could rule is if I kill a bunch of people. I poison the water. I create capitalism and make economic slavery. We got black men who think like this. And they call themselves thinking black men. Thinking black men who constantly involves themselves in a gender war. Who can't stay off panels talking about women all day. Thinking black men. Thinking black men. If we thinking the only way we can progress and build is through destruction, that's proper thinking. That's proper thinking. So basically the oppressor thinks you think like the oppressor. That's the right way to go about it, right? The elephant on the rope. The elephant on the rope. See this? What's up, Star Baby? What up, ES? Good to see you. What up, Drew Man? Until they get out of pocket and get a wake-up call. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it is, bro. That's the mindset. That's the mindset. That's the mindset. And you know why that's the mindset, Cartel? Because that is the mindset behind the gender war. Who funds the gender war? what do you think if you have black man plus or versus black women, that equals what? White supremacy. Black man destroys black woman equals broken home, broken children, which equals what? White supremacy. But you got thinking black men who say that that's not so. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? The oppressor wins. When I hate black women, when black women hate me, white supremacy wins. We don't see this? That's 1 + 1. They win. Because that's how they programmed us to be slaves. And you have slaves to get what? Your desired outcome. This is why they win. See? If we change that dynamic, now there's a glitch in the matrix. Let's go back to, right? Let's go back to the movie The Matrix. What destroyed the Matrix? Because I'm gonna respond to what you saying now, Sugar Bum. I'm getting ready to prove you wrong right now. I'm getting ready to prove you wrong right now. What destroyed the Matrix? What destroys the Matrix? What they didn't want to happen. And when it happened, it messed everything up. Huh? Sound off in the chat room. You know what destroys the Matrix? and this is something a lot of you black men don't want to hear, but it's the goddamn truth. You know what destroys all this bullshit? Because it destroyed it in the movie. You want to know? Love. See that? When you meet that black woman and y'all fall in love, see that? That's what threw the monkey wrench in the game. This is why the oppressor works 24/9. We know that don't exist. There's only 7 days in a week. 24/9. Keeping us at odds. Keeping us at odds over money. Keeping us at odds over not enough time. Because what breaks all of that shit, what makes us see past all of those little things is love. See that? This is why they work 24/9 and black men hating each other. Because if I love you, brother, guess what? I'm going to make sure your son's safe in the park too. Because my son in there. I'm going to make sure all them little boys that's in the park with my son is safe when I'm there. And you going to do the same. You going to do the same. You know why? Because we have love for one another, brother. So I'm going to love your kids. I'm not going to want to see nothing happen to your kids. I'm not going to say, fuck that. That ain't my son. See, I'm not going to have that sentiment. I'm not going to echo that sentiment. I'm not going to let somebody walk in the park and snatch your little girl. So what if that ain't my daughter, nigga? What the fuck that mean? I want that little girl at home with her family. I don't want that little girl getting hurt. See that? That's what destroys this shit. See that? See that? That's why they want us stuck in competition. See that? Because if I'm focused on beating you, then if I win, I think less of you because you're a loser. So I think less of you. So how can I respect you if I think less of you? See this? Y'all following me now, right? Y'all getting it now. Now y'all starting to see? See? See, look, love though, yeah, something you don't understand, Sugar Bum. Something you don't understand. Something you don't understand. We know you don't understand stuff like this. This is over your head. You know you short. You're a little shorty. You don't, it's going over your head. You know, we know. We know you don't get it. We know you don't get it. we know. Right. Love is selfless, not selfish. You see this? And every day when you get black men who come online to show their disdain for women, right? Every day, it just shows where they at in their life. It just shows where you are in your life, in your personal life. That's what it shows. That's what it denotes. It doesn't denote you're a bad guy. It doesn't denote you ain't shit. None of that. It denotes that you're going through shit and you've been through a lot. So why don't you get with the brothers who understand that and let's solve that. Let's work on that issue. Instead of you going around other brothers who are actually going to enable you. This is what a lot of men look for. They look to be enabled. They don't look to be around men that's going to tell them, nah, bro, we off that. Why are we even bringing, why are we even talking about women? Why is that even coming up? No doubt, Raven, I appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate it. You're around men that's going to enable you. This is what a lot of guys look for. They look to be around men who going to enable them, and that's going to keep making them feel good about that bullshit that they want to stay stuck on. That's why they go around and they go on these panels and they be on these platforms because they talking about shit that interests them. And what interests black men today is being hurt more than healing. Healing is not interesting to black men. Being hurt is. Discussing how hurt we are, discussing how much we were lied to. That's more interesting. That makes for better content, right? Than talking about what we gonna do about it. That's why y'all hate me, right? Because I get up here and discuss what we could do about it. Let's do something about it. I show y'all me doing something about it. That's why y'all hate me, right? Because I don't want to keep talking about my breakup. I don't want to keep talking about shit. That's why y'all mad, right? Because I don't want to enable black men. Because I'm telling black men after you goddamn vent for a certain amount of time, it's time for you to get up and do something about it. And you ain't doing it to get back at nobody, but you doing it to get yourself back to the man you used to be. Or get yourself to becoming the man that you want to be. This ain't about no goddamn women. This ain't about saying, oh, look at me, I'm in shape now. Look at my body, ladies. You didn't like me before. Look at me now. This is why guys who do that, they still on these panels talking about women. Because you done went to the goddamn gym so you can be appealing to women. That's why you went and got muscles, nigga. You ain't gonna get in shape to be a healthy man so you can live longer. You ain't even thinking about your goddamn life expectancy and your lifespan. You ain't thinking about that. You think about how your body gonna look when you get naked in front of a woman. And you wonder why you're still not getting the results. Because you keep lying to yourself. You keep lying to yourself. You got guys on here who are one woman men talking about they ain't want to get married. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why do we think lying to ourselves is cute? We that elephant on that rope. We're the elephant on that rope. Mm-hmm. That's why all the shit you do, you still feel empty inside. Because you're doing shit for validation. You're not even doing it for the real reason you say you're doing it for. You're not genuine in your intention. This is why it always it always gets you a different result than you expected. You know you doing all this shit to get back at women, and it ain't working, and the women still ignoring you. So you upset. So that's why you can't stop getting on these panels and still participating and still finding shit to say because you still not getting the results. You done went to the gym, you done got your money up, you done did all that, and they still don't see you, nigga. They still don't see you. You know why? Because you still hiding you inside. You still hiding the real you. This is why you ain't making no progress. You're psychologically damaged. You've made this fake persona and this fake character for yourself, and you're living through it. And you're thinking some women's supposed to not see through it. These women see through it. They see it. They see it. Afia says serial monogamy. One long-term relationship to another without marriage. I know a couple of men like this. They have no intentions to ever marry, but will date a woman for 5 years. Facts. Or more. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yes, emotionally stunning. Absolutely. Yeah, they doing it all for the wrong reasons. Because the truth hurts. For them to admit why they're really doing that, it hurt. But see, this is why men need to be around other men who's not afraid to be transparent. See, don't tell me you a strong nigga, but you afraid to be transparent. You not strong. There's strength in being vulnerable. There's strength in admitting when you're wrong and standing on it and being able to deal with the critique, dealing with the backlash that come with that shit. That's manhood. That's holding your nuts. You know how y'all like to say that? That's holding your nuts. Yeah, I've been doing some bullshit. This is why this has been happening. Because I've been doing some bullshit. I need to stop doing this bullshit. Not pretending like somebody else created this problem for you. See, you're not holding your nuts. Your nuts are tucked when you do that. And this is why y'all are fully invested into this online gender war. Because y'all are hiding behind this shit. You're hiding behind it. You're hiding behind what you say about women on these panels. You niggas are hiding behind this shit. And I'm sick of it. Hiding behind saying what a woman don't have. Hiding behind saying what she didn't do. You hide behind that, nigga. Because let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Nigga, if you took yourself more serious, nigga, you wouldn't even been with her. Now, let's keep it all the way real. Let's keep it all the way real, nigga. Because I could say that about myself. If I took myself and my purpose much more serious, I wouldn't have been with half the women I was with in my life. I wouldn't have even been with them. I shouldn't have even been with them women. Not that they bad women. They just weren't good for me. And where I ultimately wanted to be. But at that time, that wasn't a concern for me. You know what was a concern for me? What was going on in the goddamn moment. What was going on in the goddamn moment. Not my future, not my purpose in life. So I met women and attracted women that complimented my life at that time. So it ain't just her fault, nigga. Even though she hurt you. Even though she did what she did. It wasn't just her fault, nigga. Because you still chose her. You still accepted her. Because at that time in your life, you chose to take that shit on. Well, guess what, nigga? You choose not to do that no more. So now we can't hold her hostage. You can't hold her hostage. Let her go. Let her go out of your mind, bro. Let that shit go out your heart, man. That shit happened 15 years ago. Let her go. Let her go, nigga. Forgive yourself. The shit that you on now, you wasn't on 15 years ago. So how you still look at women the same? How you still echoing the same sentiments? Nigga, that shit happened 15 years ago, bro. You still the same nigga after 15 years? If you still the same nigga, that's your fucking problem. That ain't her problem. And if she's still the same woman, guess what, nigga? That ain't your problem. Let her go, bro. Let these fucking women go. Let them go. Let them go. Because guess what? It's another woman waiting for you, nigga. You know there's a woman out here to compliment your purpose, nigga. Oh, you don't even think about that no more. You don't even think about that no more, right? What is your purpose? Do you even have one, black man? Are you even in alignment with it? Because see, if you're not, that's why you want a goddamn crash course. That's why you don't know where you're going. You ain't got no direction. See, having a purpose gives you a direction. It carves out a path. If you ain't got no purpose, you're not headed nowhere. You just driving, nigga. You ain't got no destination. You just driving, burning gas. That's a purposeless man. A purposeless man is like a nigga who get on the highway and just drive. He don't have no exit to get off on because he don't have no destination. So he just drive as long as the highway just keep going. And this is what black men are doing. This is what they're doing. You wonder why you ain't met a. You wonder why you ain't. The quality of woman haven't changed yet. Where you headed, bro? Where you headed? What's your purpose in life? Have you figured that out yet? Huh? Oh, you still playing? That's why you keep getting them little thoughts. That's why you keep playing, because you playing. That's why you keep getting women that play, because you playing. You playing. You playing. What's up, Shaw Newsom? Good to see you, sweetheart. Cartel says we got to do better at vetting people in our lives too, DS1. Absolutely. 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 Intellectual Novice says brothers never beg a woman to stay. Let her choose her path and you work on yours. Facts. Facts. Vetting and background checks up front is a must nowadays too. Absolutely. Time, toll, trouble, and threat. Background checks is you trying to see how much of a threat she is or how much trouble she brings to you. So yes, a background check is a must, especially with these women nowadays, because a lot of these women do have criminal histories. A lot of them do. A lot of them. Intellectual Novice says start out with a few hobbies to figure out your purpose. Facts. Facts. Purpose is good. Yes. Purpose is good, bro. Purpose is what's gonna keep. You know how they say find something that you love to do and you love it so much that you'll do it for free? That's your purpose, bro. That's what your purpose is. That's your purpose. We must do better in choosing friends too. Yes. The vetting process, yes, absolutely. Star Baby says, DS1, you should do counseling on the side. Just a thought. Thank you, Star Baby. But I've done a few consultations. Star Baby. I've done a few consultations. You know, I don't really put it out there, but I've done a few consultations. You got to be to yourself what you want someone to be to you. Absolutely. 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 Life is too short to keep running in circles. Facts. Facts. And as men, especially as black men, let's just deal with some facts. We know black men deal with what? Poor health conditions. So we understand that our life expectancy is what, like 60? Isn't it like 60? Because it dropped a few more years, since Bovid. That's what I'm gonna call it, Bovid. Ever since Bovid, You know, the life expectancy rate for Black men has dropped a few more years. So I think now our life expectancy is like 60 or 62. My dad just died at 60. And the autopsy said that he died from complications of COVID. My dad was 60 years old. My dad died exactly a month after his birthday. His birthday is at the end of November. He died on New Year's Eve, the end of December. 60 years old. Star Baby says, okay, you should put it out there. You think I should? I'm going to think about that, Star Baby. So if we understand that our life expectancy is not that long, the OG says 60 to 63. See, I was off 1 year. I said 62. 60 to 63 years old. So, Black men, we have to start living on purpose. Living on purpose. I'm not saying living on purpose, you know, on that Drake shit. YOLO. I'm not talking about that. Living on purpose. Oh, so it's all right, Bucket. It's cool. I got my dad all around me right now as we speaking. It's all love. I appreciate that. Shaw Newsom says DS1 is very knowledgeable and have wisdom beyond his years. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Intellectual Novice says, thinking about mentoring a few boys at my oldest daughter's school because a few are loose and haven't even started their journey. Absolutely. Yes. Living on purpose with a purpose. Thanks for adding that, Kwafi. Living on purpose with a purpose. This is what we need to start as a group of Black men to start promoting. Having a purpose-driven life. Because we don't expect to be here long. My dad was only here for 60 years, but within his time being here, he laid a foundation for me. You see? That's what men do. That's what a legacy is. Legacy is not always, you know, everything's just going to change and, you know, we're going to live like these, you know, these extra fancy people. No. Sometimes a legacy can be left as a foundation because your family has been lost for so many generations that a person could leave a foundational legacy that now this is the direction we go because no one has laid that foundation down. See, everybody talk about legacy. What about the foundation? Who laid the foundation for legacy? To say how important legacy is and why it needs to be. Who did that part? Who did that part? Don't you gotta level the ground before you lay concrete? Huh? Don't you gotta make sure certain things are in line before you lay concrete? Before you start a garden, don't you gotta make sure certain things are in line? See, fellas, Black men, our focus is in the wrong place. Our focus is in the wrong place. Right. Right, intellectual novice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Star Baby. Reem says, I remember I had a conversation like this with a young brother. He didn't want to listen to what I was saying. I saw him years later and we were talking, and he said, everything you said to me, I understand now. See that, bro? See that? This is why y'all hear me say leadership isn't forced. But see, life showed him that everything you told him was right. Life showed him like, damn, this guy was actually trying to lead me in the right direction. Leadership isn't forced, man. Cartel says also living intentional about everything you do. Facts. 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 Absolutely. And let me say this. Let me say this. Things, you will be able to do things and live more intentional when you're doing it for your purpose. When you're living on purpose with a purpose. That's when you stop being afraid to be intentional with what you want to do. And I'm saying that because I'm speaking to myself right now. See, once you discover your purpose, you stop being afraid to do certain shit. I'm not saying that all the fear goes away, because one thing I still battle with is losing people. That's my thing. That's my hang up. Y'all want to know what's a hang up for me? That's one of my hang ups, fellas. I don't like losing people. That really wears on me. Losing people who I thought were my friends and family and things like that. That's part of living that purposeful living, man. That's the part that hurts me. Kwafi says, starts with a foundation. Example, New York is not a walking state. There are roots to that lifestyle. Absolutely. Man, shout out to you, Cartel. Intellectual Novice says, brothers should understand that wisdom doesn't come with age. Experience and trying things does. Absolutely. 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 You gain wisdom when you begin to confront things. Because wisdom is the application of knowledge. It's the application of it. So you got to do it. You got to confront things. It's not about, listen, let me say this too. Confrontation is not bad. Confronting something or confronting things doesn't make you a negative person. Being confrontational is the problem. But knowing how to confront issues and being willing to is something that we have to be as men. That's called being assertive. Confronting issues. Not running from it, not trying to backdoor and sneak and no, confront the issue. It's not about, that's not a sign of aggression. I know they put that on us a lot. We have to stop putting that on ourselves too. Oh, he's just aggressive. No, I'm just not afraid to confront an issue. And if I have an issue with you, I'm not afraid to come tell you. Or if I see something, I'm not afraid to come tell you, yo, bro, what's up with that? That doesn't mean I'm angry or I'm mad. You see that? Coffee says, I'm past losing people. Bro, that's something I got to work on, bro. He says, I'm past losing people. Loyalty is hard these days. Even men in prison taught me this when I was a correction officer. Yeah, we all do, intellectual novice. Star Baby says it's a click, but I think your purpose is something you enjoy getting up in the morning, happy to do it and feel good in your spirit doing it. Absolutely, Star Baby. You got it. You got it. Cartel says, DS1, thanks for your transparency. That's so real. Man, salute. Salute, bro. Developed communication skills. Right. Coffee says, I learned from the opposite of fake society from reality. That's it. Yeah. One of my homeboys, he wasn't a CO, Coffee, but he worked in the clinic on Rikers Island. You know, shout out to him. He probably listening in the clouds. But what you just said is real. Is real. If you ever worked in the jail, because my homeboy told me this, that's where you really get to see, you know what I'm saying, what's really going on, especially with our brothers. If you ever been in there working, not just being a prisoner, but working in there too. True friends are not yes men. Facts. Dealing with lies and fake people is what I can't stand. A lot of us can't, bro. A lot of us can't, bro. And let's just be honest. A lot of that type of stuff is what keep our guards up with each other as black men. It keep us in this form of you know, poor communication, competition. You know, that's where it comes from, man. That's where it comes from. But shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to today's show, man. As y'all can see, we're in double overtime. I ain't even know. I appreciate everyone for staying. I appreciate everyone. If you are here and you forgot and you haven't yet, make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share today's show. Don't forget, get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. I appreciate everyone for tuning into today's show. Today's show, the elephant rope, is the exact reason why y'all always hear me say, black men, we got to heal before we build. Because all we're doing is creating self-inflicted wounds. Those self-inflicted wounds has led us to being this, the elephant on the stake. What is your stake in it? Your pain, your trauma, your anger, your frustration, your rage. That's what you are bounded by, black man. That's what you're bounded by. That's what you're binded up in, which is why we can't move forward, which is why an entire space online was sabotaged by black men. Because we that elephant on a rope. Shout out to everyone in the building. I appreciate everyone for tuning into today's show. No doubt, Coffee. No doubt. Salute, man. I appreciate everyone for tuning into today's show. If you enjoyed today's show and you would like to financially support today's show, you can donate through the super chat. Shout out to everyone that has hit the super chat, or You can hit the PayPal and the Venmo, which is going across the screen. Shout out to everyone that has financially supported today's show. If you have, it's very much appreciated. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget, if you're looking on a playback, get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think of today's show. We will be back tomorrow, same time, 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all you visionaries, man. Shout out to all my mods for always coming through and holding down the chizat. Much love to everyone, man. Thank you so much, Miss Shaw Newsom. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Fierce Soul. I see you, bro. Shout out to everyone for coming through, man. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.